Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding, and even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, of good or evil, right or wrong.
Break me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.
Who the hell are you?
Maverick.
I think this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack.
Good evening, London.
Enough! Maverick! Bullshit! I'm your huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo. You look like somebody just walked over your grave.
We have guns.
No, what you have are bullets, and the hope that when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing, because if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
Just stay out of it, pal. It's not your business, okay?
I ain't your pal, dickface.
Why don't you show your face, you fucking coward?
Ugly mother.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Welcome to Stab-A-Thon Part 2, everybody. I want to thank you guys for being here. And most importantly, I want to thank my guests on the panel for being here. Let's start. Sarah, we missed you last week. Sarah was supposed to be on the panel, but she got a little, she felt a little under the weather.
Yes.
So, Sarah, how are you feeling now?
I feel great, and I'm so happy I only missed the first one and can jump on in. Sorry, everybody in the chat that has to listen to my voice like this. It is what it is, but
I'm fine.
Super happy to be here, and Stab-A-Thon's going to be so fun.
I know. This is, I think, in my opinion, it's the best rushed sequel of any horror movie, maybe any movie in general. But I'm a huge Scream 2 fan, so I've been looking forward to this more than anything. And we have two familiar faces. We have my Care Bear, Carey, Craves Cinema. By the way, anybody that's new in the chat, if you aren't connected with anybody here on the panel, all of their stuff is in the description. So please, they all have great content. Sarah, you don't have a YouTube channel. Do you have any aspirations of doing it? Because you're always fantastic on these panels, by the way.
Thank you. It's kind of like a running joke that I'm going to start one called Just Sarah.
Just Sarah. I heard the Just Sarah.
Yeah. I don't know what I would do if I did it. I mean, you would think being here, I would have like a horror channel or a movie review channel, but I'm actually like more into music. So I feel like if I ever did have one, not say I'm going to make one, but if I did, it would be kind of like one of those top 10 channels. Like I like a list, like something I could do quick, things like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. I noticed also from your Instagram, it seems like you travel quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I like to take like one good trip a year, like really like use all my vacation time at once and just go somewhere. I've been to Europe a couple of times, actually in 2018, right before everything shut down. My friend and I backpacked through like 4 or 5 countries. Yeah, I just really like to travel.
That might be another angle you could take, like a little travel channel, your own, just Sarah's travel channel.
That would be fun, like a vlog style travel channel. I always try to hit something spooky when I go places. But there's always some kind of like haunted museum or like everything in Europe's haunted. So I could do something like that.
Yeah, and and that's the thing that's huge. That there's channels that do that go to like haunted places and just kill it. So maybe you're considering it. Maybe we can push you in and come to the dark side as some of us see it. But Care Bear, how's everything going?
It's going very well. I'm playing more around with shorts on my channel because it seems like it's been getting me more subs and more recognition. So I spit out like 4 shorts today, I think.
Yep. Yeah, that's awesome. I started doing it. It's fun. It's quick and easy. I really like it. There's our buddy Carter Scotland Allen saying locations that haunt with Sarah. Now
cool.
You got there you go. See? We've got all kinds of great ideas, great creative people here in the chat. And a blanket hello to everybody if I do skip you. We have Lainey D. Hi, Lainey. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us today. Appreciate it. We have Philip Morgan in the chat. What's up, Philip? Glad to have you. Hope you guys can all stay for Scream 2. We're going to do a watch along. We'll have some commentary, make some jokes in between. And at the very end, I'm going to be giving away a Rambo First Blood Blu-ray Steelbook. So I think we're going to stick with the trivia question, unless you guys have a different suggestion.
Did you do your homework and do you have some trivia questions, young man?
I do. I have a trivia question already ready to go. So when we get to that point, we will I'll run it by you guys to see if you like it, if you think it's too easy or too hard. And then we can obviously go from there. And if I'm looking away from the camera, it's because my computer's over here. My camera is right above the screen. So it looks a little odd, but it's just so I could see who's here in the chat. We got Bearded Entertainment. I know I think he said that I think he did a watch along with maybe was it Craven? Was it for this one or Scream 1?
He didn't get to make the one on the Craven stream, unfortunately.
Oh.
But he was in the chat for a little bit though.
Okay. Well, I'll have to see if he wants to jump on maybe one of the next ones. I just don't want people to have to like redo it. I know that the timing and the kind of, they say great minds think alike, and so Craven and I obviously
I've redone it.
I know. Well, Carey, but you're a trooper and you're gonna gut it out for me. So
I am. That's why I'm here.
We got Blecka, Scream 2, or as the youngsters call it, Scream 6. Yeah, some people do. And by the way, just speaking of Scream 6, everybody, I do have some of you guys are moderators in the chat. Please, no spoilers. I know that some crap got leaked about it, and honestly, I don't get it. I don't get the whole spoiler, like how people find that entertaining. But please, just nothing in the chat about whatever they heard or saw, or just don't be that person, because the most fun thing about the Scream movies is the reveal, right? So let's try to avoid spoilers at all costs. That would be fantastic. Lainey D says she loves this. Well, I love you being here, Lainey, and hopefully you can win this steelbook today. That would be fantastic. Blecka says Mav looks like V cosplaying as Bob Ross, ready for some happy little accidents. I'm always making happy little accidents, always, Blecka. So thank you. I think that's a compliment, but I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Oh, he said he was on for Scream 1 but missed Scream 2. Well, let me know, because each week leading up to the release of Scream 6, Bearded, I'm going to be doing Fridays. I think with the exception of the week of Scream 6, I think we might move that to a Thursday. But if you're available for any one of them and you want to jump on, if you're not going to be on Cravens, or if you just want to double dip, I don't mind. Just reach out to me on social media, man, and I'll have you on here. Spoilers equals lame sauce. Absolutely, Carter. Absolutely. Philip says no spoilers here. Haven't heard anything. I've been I've been posting stuff, but I'm not reading through stuff. I'm done with it. I'm really even nervous about like any comments that come through on my videos. Like I have one Scream 6 video I did so long ago, like it was just early reaction. And I still get stuff on it now. It was like I think it's like 8 months old. And I'm still nervous whenever something comes through to look at it. Just like I just don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. So Bobby, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Just was up all day pretty much on Discord with a good friend that might show up here in the chat.
All right, cool.
I know
Let
he's
us know
excited
so that we can give him a warm welcome.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get him to chat.
Is he like a regular on this on like YouTube, or is it more like the Twitch, the gaming stuff that you do?
He's more into the gaming kind of stuff. But
got it. Well, if he likes physical media, I'm a huge physical media fan. Have him come on by, test his luck. He may end up, I may ask this question that be right up his wheelhouse, and he's like, oh, cool. Now I'm getting some free stuff. By the way, everybody that won stuff last week, I was able to send it off today. So, Bob, I know Dino got you that Friday Blu-ray disc. Care Bear she picked out. What movie did you pick out again? I forgot because I put it in the sleeve after you picked it out, and then I sealed it.
Annabelle. It better not be like it better not end up being like Barney in an Annabelle cover.
You never know, right? You never know with me. You could get anything. But yeah, so everybody that won stuff last week, I mailed it off today. So you guys should be getting it hopefully by midweek next week. And if you do, let me know that you got it. It'll give me kind of peace of mind. But also, if anybody that plans on doing an unboxing, if all they could do is just kind of scratch out the name and address for the return to sender part, that would be fantastic. Other than that, I think we're about ready to get started. Are all you guys kind of queued up? Everybody in the chat? Oh, there he is.
Hey, welcome, Guns.
You know what's funny is I thought that was somebody that I knew, because I know a person by the name of David Hutchison. I'm like, crap, they found me.
That's funny.
Yeah, so when David actually followed me today, I got a notification that I had a new subscriber, and I was like, oh my God, someone from where I work found me, and I was kind of panicking. I was like, oh no. But anyways, so we're good. Well, welcome, David. And just since you're new in here, I'm going to ask a trivia question after the movie, and you could win this steelbook, Rambo First Blood, classic movie. I think everybody loves that movie, but yeah. Blucka says, I'm getting pretty excited for this 65 movie with Adam Driver. Hopefully it doesn't end up being disappointing dinosaur movie. Yeah. It looked pretty cool. It's just, I think everything for me, well, the story is very important, but the CGI can kind of take me out of it too. So if it's like just really, really bad, like we've seen some pretty bad stuff. I heard that about Ant-Man and the Wasp. The CGI was pretty bad for a Disney flick, and that's kind of a bummer. So I'm still going to go see it nonetheless. But is there anything else you guys want to say, do, talk about, promote before we start this flick?
No.
Nope. Okay, I'm at 000. What was that?
I said, let's get it started.
All right. Oh wait, let's see. We got a couple more things. Carter says, would love to collab sometime soon. Maybe a Scream Talk, Evil Dead. Yeah, Carter, I know your work schedule kind of conflicted with possibly coming on last week. But if you're available, if you want to do Scream 3, 4, or 5 prior to the release, we're all kind of in a group chat. So you can just let me know, man, and I will add you to the Stab-A-Thon group chat, and we can plan from there. Speaking of which, because this is the last thing I'll say before we start the movie. Scream 3 is a very polarizing movie. I know, Carey, you like it. You love it. correct? Am I
I
quoting
do
you
love
correctly? I enjoy it. Sarah, how do you feel about it?
Scream 3 is my favorite of the sequels.
Okay, perfect. And Bob?
Scream 3 is my third favorite sequel, but I love it just as much as all the others.
Gotcha. So I know that it's polarizing. I don't know if it's going to be one of those things that kind of struggles to get people to want to watch it. So I found this today when I was at the store. It is a steelbook, Blu-ray steelbook of Friday the 13th, the final chapter. That is what I'm giving away next week. So
bribing people, huh?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so close to 4,000 watch hours. I'm far away from 1,000 subscribers, but I am really close to 4,000 watch hours. So if I could get over that hump, then I don't gotta, I know I can. Because don't they say it's within a certain time frame that you have to get the 4,000 watch hours, or is that a myth?
I think that's a
I have
myth.
no idea.
Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Oh, well, you know what? Like I said in one of my other videos, I enjoy giving more than I do receiving. So there you go, guys. Steelbook, final chapter, probably, I think, the best Friday the 13th movie. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be giving away next week. So let people
Eric
know.
says that it's 4,000 in a year.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a year from when you start your channel or a year from when you post your first video. Because if that's the case, then, well, that ship has sailed, because my channel was created at the end of January, but I didn't post my first video till the end of February. So I don't know, whatever. Nonetheless, if you want, be here next week and you can win that Blu-ray steelbook. So with all that said, everybody ready to click play?
Heck yes.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, and I'm sorry that I don't have a creative background. Okay.
That's okay.
It's just
No.
that it seems to be slowing down my stream. So I'm experimenting, and so far it's been amazing.
Got it.
I haven't had any delays or anything.
No apology necessary. No apology necessary.
No, I just feel bad for no creativity.
Your brain is all the creative that you need, Carey. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, Carter. 4,000 in a year. I need to get. Yeah, same here. Or 10 million short views in 90 days. Yeah, that's not happening for me, for sure. That ain't happening. When you look at your metric, it's showing how many you have. Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Hello, Heroic Waffle.
That's the coolest name ever.
It really is.
Yeah.
And so is the thumbnail. That thumbnail is freaking awesome, man. I love it. Thanks for being here. We're getting ready. We're literally going to count down from 5 to start Scream 2. So if you want to watch the movie with us, I know we're kind of putting the fire to your feet, telling you to hurry up, but we can stall just a little bit longer if you want to watch it. And at the end, we're going to be giving away a Blu-ray disc. So if not, we're going to start it, and then we'll give you a timestamp if you want to just play catch up. So let's count down from 5, and we'll start right now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Everybody's looking at the beautiful dimension.
I hope Miramax.
I have a Prime ad.
Oh no.
Do we need to pause it for a sec?
It's just ending, and now I'm seeing Miramax in a cityscape.
She's gonna be a little bit off.
Okay.
It's okay if I'm like a second or two behind.
Yeah, it's just right at the opening where they're in line for the movie.
The Rialto?
Yes.
Yep.
Fun fact, Jada Pinkett Smith asked Wes Craven what her character's motivation was, and he said, just be yourself.
Well, she was fantastic. I love her sassiness.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's plenty sassy.
Love it. I feel like her and Omar Epps had a great chemistry too.
They were perfectly cast together.
I think that's what made this opening really good. Because they literally felt like a boyfriend and girlfriend going to go see a movie.
Yeah. Did any of you guys ever have go to a theater that did like handed out costumes or props, stuff like that? Did the props in the theater, like the William Castle, flying ghosts and stuff like this?
I wish.
I wish I could have.
Have any of you guys seen the movie Popcorn? From I think it's like 1990.
I've been wanting to see that.
I've
It's
heard
on
of it,
Shudder.
but no, I never watched it.
Yeah,
it's on Amazon too.
Oh, is it? So, yeah, Popcorn is basically it's like a Joe Bob did a one of his movie marathon things on Shudder. It's still on there, but basically they took a rundown theater and were showing horror movies, but they had all the little gags for like when it's stunk or something, they would put a kind of a putrid smell out, or they'd have a giant mosquito fly through at a point where there's this giant bug. So I wish there was if I ever had the money, I would do something like that. It'd be so much fun.
No, around here, all we have are D-Box, and they're just the seats that like shake along with your movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the 40X kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like as fancy as we get.
Yeah,
I was actually telling Eric, like the Bearded Entertainment Eric, the other day about how our theaters here, we have nothing. One company has a monopoly on all of the theaters in Atlantic Canada, and we get like the bare minimum.
Right. The timestamp, Val, I'm at 3:18:19:20. 3:20.
Okay, so I am with you. Yay.
I just caught up.
Yay.
Awesome. Lucas says, I prefer the scary movie recreation of this scene where there's the whole theater that just gets in on the action. Yeah, we were talking about that last stream. How much scary movie we'll watch these scenes and see the parallels between the two. And if my oldest brother is watching this on replay, this whiskey is fantastic. Thank you so much. It is delicious. He sent me something that you can only get in Texas, and it is amazing.
Hey, Val.
Yeah.
Hey, Val.
Thanks for coming, Val. Glad to have you here.
Yes, I am. Eric is sending me the little ghost face cup.
Oh.
Listen, the
Is
conversion from
the Cinemark thing?
My Canadian dollars to his American dollars hurt a little bit, but it's worth it, and I'm so excited.
Is that the Cinemark, the thing that was kind of going around? There was like a ghost face something or other.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That person because yeah, I was really sick when we were having this conversation, and I was like very emotional, and he was like showing all of the cool things that you guys have, and I was like, we don't have any. And he's like, I can send you something. I was like, I will like that.
That's cool. Yeah, that'll be a nice little souvenir for sure. Yeah, he said people are selling them for $100 right now. Jesus. Yeah. What's up, Michael Joe? Thanks for coming. We are watching Scream 2. We are currently at 6 minutes and 30 seconds.
Blucka, you're too funny.
What
Says,
is
are
it?
we allowed to talk Scream 2 spoilers?
You know what? I think, what is it now? Like 26 years or something it's been.
26 years.
Yeah, I think you're safe, Blucka. You will not get blocked for a Scream a Scream 2 spoiler. Not by me, at least. Thanks for coming, Shape. Yep, Scream 2. Carey, you want to give him a timestamp? I'm trying to get my my closed captioning on so I can kind of kill my volume a little bit.
Okay, we have 7:40, 41, 42, 43. I don't know if I should keep going.
Sounds good. Around the 7:45-ish area. Thanks for coming, man.
He's going to the bathroom if that helps.
Yes. This is the always reminds me of Black Christmas when he's like whispering on the phone. Because he even says like Billy did it.
That's Mickey all the way. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
I can hear his voice.
This is another scene that I always think of Scary Movie.
So in the rewatch, in the Craven stream, we were talking about this, how Ghostface was able to see where the knife was supposed to go through the stall. I just noticed that he was literally hovering over the stall. Like he could see where he was.
Oh, like standing on the toilet looking over the partition?
Yeah.
That was what I assumed was how he kind of aimed it perfectly. I was assuming he was standing on the toilet, which we know that they like to have Ghostface do. If you believe Angelina is a Ghostface, and in Scream 96, we see Ghostface on the toilets all the time. I was assuming that that's what he was doing. He was looking to kind of measure up and then boom, just hammer that thing through. But Mickey is he's my second favorite Ghostface next to Stu, though. Stu's my favorite, and then Mickey. I
that's
love
me
Mickey.
too.
Mm-hmm. Saw something heartbreaking regarding this specific opening here, Bearded, or the upcoming Scream? I'm assuming you're talking about this one, but let me know.
I would hope it's this one.
I'm going to think this one because I don't think Eric would say anything.
True.
Because he gets it.
He just wrote it in the chat. It is about Scream 2, and now it is sad.
Oh,
well, I would say it's sad, but I mean, that was kind of how I always assumed it. I mean,
yeah, her thought is like, man, maybe I shouldn't have told him to give me his money because I don't want to use my money. Yeah. It's like maybe I was a little too hard on the guy. Yeah, it is one of those things, Bearded, that kind of goes if you don't, think about it. Yeah. You just kind of assume like, oh, she's just getting killed, but you don't really go further than that.
But see, right here is where I always thought that because of like how her reaction was more like she's shocked that he did it. Like,
Hey, Polar.
We got Polar in the chat.
Hey, Polar.
Polar is in the chat. How are you? I hope everything's going well for you and all your cool animals. I love her Instagram posts.
I
She's got all
love
kinds
looking
of,
at the goats.
right?
The
Goats,
goats are
turtles.
too cute.
Mm-hmm.
She makes me want to go.
My sister's got quite a few out in Texas, and they are cute.
Aww.
Boom. Title card. To quote Dead Meat. Title card.
I love that they pause it for a second and then the title card.
Mm-hmm. Did you know all Ghostface's names either have the sound of Y or ER in their name? Every single one. I'm trying to think.
What about Jill?
Yeah, Joe Prescott doesn't have that.
Or
Well,
Stu.
Jill sucks, so that's
Stu
fine.
Mocker, but the last name Mocker has the ER.
Oh, last name, yeah.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to think about that.
Oh, Jill Roberts. That makes sense. 'cause
Roberts.
ER. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a trip. Because there's Amber, there's Richie, Charlie.
Whoa.
Yeah. Now we got to look at the cast for Scream 6. See if it applies for this this movie as well.
No, you don't.
Mrs. Loomis.
Right.
Hey, Anthony.
With Nancy with a Y, so that still fits.
Yeah.
Yes, there is the flannel shirt theory also. There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer that theory.
What's up, man? Thanks for coming by. If you guys want timestamps, let me know. If you can, stick around to the end, and you can win Rambo Steelbook. So we're gonna do a trivia question. So look, there's Kevin Williamson. That's him playing the interviewer, the Cotton's interviewer.
Yep.
Yeah, first and last names. Yeah, once we kind of started playing that game, yeah, it makes total sense. So do you guys really think that that Kevin Williamson's, because he's come out and said that the fact that the boyfriend and best friend being the killers in this movie was just a fake script. Do you think that it was really fake, or you think that was something that they had on paper and were going to do it until it got leaked and then they scrapped it for something else?
I actually heard that Kevin Williamson was writing the script literally on the set. So I'm thinking that Hallie and Derek were in fact supposed to be the killers.
And then it leaked and he scrapped it, basically.
Yeah, I'm inclined to believe it leaked.
So do I. I do as well. I'm at 443. Everybody's saying hi. Yeah, and that's something I'm hopeful, because I've heard that they shot multiple different endings for this upcoming movie, and I'm hoping that whatever got leaked is not gonna be what, if anybody had the movie spoiled for them, it ends up not being the case.
I hope so.
What did you say for your timestamp? Did you say 443 or did you
I'm
mean...
sorry, is that what I said?
Yeah.
I meant 1443. Yeah,
that's what
I am at 1526 right now.
There's my Joshua Jackson.
Charlie Conway, baby. Flying
Mighty
V.
Ducks.
Mighty Ducks.
Well, I'm sorry, but he's my Pacey.
Yeah,
forever and always.
I'm sorry, he's always going to be Charlie Conway.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool because I like Emilio Estevez, but he'll always
the
be.
Mighty Ducks guy, I swear to God.
That's how you kill Ghostface in Scream 6. You gotta do the flying V.
Exactly. Yeah, Bearded, I'm an idiot. Ducks
No,
fly
you're
together,
just
baby.
letting the whiskey, you know.
It is. It's setting in. I haven't had whiskey in over a month, so and Randy gets that line wrong.
Well, that's why he dies in this, because he got the line wrong. For a horror movie, puppy.
Right? Don't misquote a horror movie, or you will die.
And never go off alone, please.
Mm-hmm. Sarah Connor. Ghostface would be scared if he came around the corner to a mob quack. Hell yeah. That's what I was saying last watch along is they get Keenan from I can't remember his last name, but they get Keenan Thompson. There you go. Have him hit him with a knuckle puck. We could get way into Mighty Ducks. Have them come in. Fuller, was it Fuller?
Yeah,
Yeah, one of the Bash brothers.
No, bring both Bash brothers. They'll sandwich him.
Ghostface won't stand a chance.
Just bring in Emilio Estevez giving out orders.
Right? Call him
Me
the
too,
shots.
Fuller.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, that's a bummer, man. I feel bad for anybody. Thankfully, I'm just kind of going radio silent, pun intended, on social media. Like I'm not reading shit anymore. I'm just I'll post stuff, but I'm not reading.
No, I'm not looking at anything I'm not like explicitly like subscribed to or following because I don't follow like any friends that would like read that stuff, and I'm just not reading comments.
Oh no! Come back to us, Sarah.
Hi, Denisha.
Denisha.
We are at 18 minutes and about 15 seconds of Scream 2 if you want to jump in with us. Let the geek get the girl. That a boy.
Damn it, the geek should get the girl.
Yes, that's a very, very good observation. It really is. It is the reverse of Friday 1 and 2. Whether it's intentional or not, I would like to say just because of the meta aspect that it was intentional, but I don't know that for a fact. But that's a great observation. Absolutely, Philip.
I'm pretty sure it was intentional.
Mm-hmm.
If not, it was a funny accident.
Yeah. This is Gail's best hair in the franchise. I love it.
Mab, you have been saying everything that they've been saying in the Craven stream. It's hilarious.
Oh, really?
It's like deja vu right now.
I'm sorry.
I still say her hairstyle in 6 from the trailers is better, but that's just my personal taste.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it comes down to taste. For me, the bob cut with the kind of deep red streaks in it, I freaking love it.
I love it.
2 and 5. She had the best hair in 2 and 5.
2 and 5. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what her hair was in 5. Oh yeah.
Like just classic center part wave, like nothing crazy. 4, they made it too like sleek and glossy, and I was not into it. 5 though, I want Gail's hair from 5.
You weren't into 3s, the look of 3.
I
couldn't even say it.
You
without
don't like
laughing.
the lawnmower bangs?
Yeah,
you don't like them?
The weed whacker, yeah.
Thought that was okay.
I don't know. It's such a. I'm sure someone got their ass severely chewed multiple times for however that came about.
But David told her to get her hair cut or whatever, and it didn't go very well.
Women, don't listen to men about hair advice. That is your sign. Don't listen to us. Because you'll end up looking like Gale in Scream 3.
This is what not to do.
When you watch this again, it's like Mickey's having so much fun. It's something I never noticed, with his camera and all the voyeurism. Like he's just having the time of his life, knowing what it's going to culminate and how it's going to end. Well, what he believes is how it's going to end. It's freaking. I love watching. That's the fun part about watching this stuff over and over is you always catch something that you're like, oh shit.
Man, you could just get a straw, you know.
I was thinking about that, like a swizzle stick or something, you know, but I don't want to slurp. I don't want to, I'm afraid with a little tumbler like this, it's going to slurp, and I don't want to creep people out. Oh, Dewey.
Maybe they like that kind of ASMR.
You know what? I could start another channel. You're giving me ideas.
You're welcome.
Yeah. She is the most attractive in the franchise to me in this movie. 100%. I agree, Anthony.
Well, that's probably why Dewey pretty much mauled her like a bear in this one.
Yeah.
Every time I hear Dewey's music, it just makes my heart skip.
It's heartbreaking.
That was just filler music at first too, and then they ended up sticking with it. That's the funny part, kind of the happy accidents, Blecka. Happy accidents.
There was a reason why they chose the Broken Arrow theme, and I can't remember now. There was an actual reason behind it.
Behind this, I thought it was just it was a filler before they put whatever they put in, and then they decided that was actually what they were going to, or the test audience liked it better or something. That's what I thought, but I wouldn't be surprised if I got that wrong or heard incorrect information.
Okay, I think
it's weird. Dewey, Sid, and Gale all have that red or auburn tint to their hair.
That was super in then. In what was this, 2000 it came out?
Yeah.
97.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of 3 that came out right in 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Late 90s, early 2000s though, the chunky highlights and the reds were in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Denisha. I myself forgot to mention that. Hit the like button if you can, or share this with somebody else. That would help grow this channel. I appreciate you giving me that reminder. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, background actors, that's something I do all the time. Cotton. I love that part.
She does not mind hitting Gale.
No, she's very comfortable.
I love Joel.
Right.
Oh, Joel is awesome.
Has there been a red herring character that has lasted more than 2 movies that you can think of more significant than Cotton Weary? I'm interested, starting to think right now in my head, like that is their role, not that they've, people have speculated. What if it's Gale? What if it's Dewey? I'm trying to think. Because like they really wanted to make you believe that Cotton both. Well, I guess not so much in the first one, right? But in this one for sure.
Yeah, because the first one he was locked up.
Yeah, but they wanted to make you think he was a killer, regardless.
Yeah, this one did that, and then. Well,
Thank you,
know what
Denisha.
happens in the next one.
Yeah. If you're a mod in the chat and you want to drop everybody's links, please feel free. Or if you're a mod and you got a channel and you want to drop a link to your own channel, subscribe to everybody's stuff. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have them on the panel or wouldn't tell them to do that so freely if I didn't think that they have quality YouTube channels. So it's always nice to have a variety. Stuff gets stale, over time. So, yeah. Let's see. Mav, you missed the chat about Dewey's theme.
Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broken Arrow.
Silly Carter.
I'm just behind in the chat. That's all, Carter. My bad.
That was my favorite Dewey line, by the way. When he says about his inexperience.
Right.
It's like the best line.
Mm-hmm. Nice, Banks.
Nice streaks.
I don't think they're going to bring Dewey back, Michael. As much as I want them to, I don't think that they're going to. I would be very surprised if they did that.
I would be, but I also wouldn't because technically they blurred out the tag on the thing. So, I mean, there's still a chance, but I'd be calling BS with that one as much as I want Dewey back. You ain't living that. Just like Jill will be dead. All we're getting is a flashback, most likely.
Yeah. Oh, I love this scene right here. It's so good. 21 days. Stay spoiler free and strong. Absolutely, Lisa. We had a conversation about that earlier in the chat. Please, no spoilers. If you want to be a mod, let me know. If anybody in the chat wants to be a mod, let me know. Because I'm really nervous about that. And I don't want anybody's experience to get ruined by this stream or any stream. So, yeah. Bearded, I made you a mod too. If you want to put your link for your channel in the chat, feel free, man. Like, everybody's welcome to do that. And we got Hobbs in the house. What's up, Hobbs? Thanks for stopping by, my man. We are at 29:52 watching Scream 2. So if you're interested, you want to catch up or join along, that's where we're at. And stick around to the end. I'm giving away Rambo Blu-ray Steelbook. Oh, thank you, man. You're so nice. I think the only character that used to be dead that's coming back is Kirby. I just think bringing any more back than Kirby back feels cheap. I agree. I agree.
Unless we go the Angelina route.
Right. Well, that's the thing is like anything that's kind of an unconfirmed, like Kirby wasn't really definitive that she was dead. We didn't see her in a body bag or we didn't see her giving a thumbs up on the gurney at the end. Same with Angelina. So boyfriend, friend, boyfriend's mom, serial killer, fans, half brother, cousin. Yeah, what is left? That is true, Blucka.
Simple. You go back to season 2 of the TV show and give us a definitive answer. That's what should
Yeah,
be next.
I gotta watch I gotta watch that. I really gotta watch the TV show just because I haven't seen not one episode, like not a second of any of the episodes. So that would be a fun watch along to do with people who are actual fans because would have complete like it would be first time reaction to everything. So it'd be fun to watch me kind of go, oh, it's him or it's her or it's.
Wait, you haven't seen the Scream TV series?
No, not a second of one episode.
Well,
I got
know what
hooked. I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I know what I'm doing a few months after I finish up Scream 6 talk.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this. I think there's a third season, so I saw first and second, and then they had like a movie for Halloween. So I watched like that arc because it's all the same people. But then I guess like the third season is like different, so I just didn't bother.
Don't. You're good. You're good. You're good at stopping right there. Trust me.
I sorry to anybody that liked season 3, but it was a waste of time. It crushed my hopes and dreams of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it sucks because there was some cool like ghost face appearances, like as the costume, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I that's one thing I do know about it is that they have the different mask. I've heard someone call it the blowjob mask, and yeah, and that was hilarious because you know it is different. I don't know what the specific reason for that choice was, but I'm still interested. I want to see it, but I figured I could, you know.
Well, we can't tell you because it's part of the story.
Yeah,
They actually do explain the mask. They explain why, you know, he wears what he wears.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Well, we'll get around to doing that one of these days. That'll be fun.
I would totally watch that because I wouldn't mind revisiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I just revisited this week, so I'm down to do it again in a few months.
All right, cool. Mav said she's not. I mean, Denisha said, "I'm here, not playing around. No spoilers. Timeout. Remove you. You've been warned." Absolutely, feel free. Block them. Do whatever you want. I don't care. I just don't want anybody. I don't want this movie getting ruined for anybody. Scream 6, that is.
Okay.
I agree, Anthony. This is an amazing sequence. This movie has very cool chase scenes. It's literally got my favorite chase scene in it. This is up there for sure. But this whole scene from stalking to finish is fantastic.
Very suspenseful.
I was gonna say you this is probably my favorite, like just in general, for scenes like this.
Well, that's because Sarah Michelle Gellar just knows how to bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, think about I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's one of another fantastic.
Great chase scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I brought my little guy out, but I have a little Buffy one. I should have brought her out for Cece.
Wait a second, you have a Buffy one?
Oh, I'll be right back.
Oh, don't say you'll be right back because you
say
won't.
You'll be right back. I'll see you in the kitchen with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't people learn these rules?
Mm-mm. He just chucks her too. Just, huh. That's how I throw my son into the swimming pool. That's how he threw her.
In honor of Cece, we have our little Sarah Michelle Gellar.
That's adorable. That is absolutely adorable. I need one.
I only own 3, so there we go.
I'm afraid I don't want you to go back and look for it, but what's the third one?
I got it because I knew you'd ask. It's Angel.
Nice.
You already knew.
Where's Matthew Lillard? Did we already miss him? In the background?
I think so.
Nah,
and yes, Polar, we do need a Mickey prequel.
Oh, wait,
that would be awesome.
Well, first give me a Marine prequel, and then we could talk about a Mickey prequel.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good question, Anthony. Which soundtrack do you guys like better, Scream 2 or Scream 3?
Oh,
Scream
that's
3.
really hard because
I like, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say one of my favorite songs of all time is "The Swing" by Everclear, which was that transition song. But then "Sunburn" by Fuel is on 3, and I love that too. And it's I'm torn. That's a
I
very
think I
hard
like
question.
3 better, but I would have to sit down and do like listen to him consecutively, because I have all the new Halloween movies, all the vinyls for them, and it changes like with each listen. Like I'm like, oh, 2018, then it's Kills, then it's Ends, and I'm all over the place. But I'd have to listen to them like kind of one after the other to kind of have a definitive answer. But off the top, I think 3 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Philip says, what part do you all think is the scariest scene in Scream 2? For me, it's Ghostface is going after Gale. That's my favorite chase scene ever. So I'm with you on that. I think the scariest, I'm trying to think back when I saw this. Again, I was lucky enough to have my brothers take me to go see it. It was either Cece when he popped out right there and before he chased her up the stairs, or what caught me off guard, I think the most, was Randy getting pulled into the van. As far as like what made me jump, if that's what you mean by scariest. I don't know. What about you guys?
Eric, that is Cruel Intentions, by the way. He said that his favorite soundtrack song of all time is Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. It's on Cruel Intentions, and I love that song. But as for soundtracks, I have to actually say Scream 2. Because I love Lucky Day in Hell by the Eels. I love that song. I actually use it as an alarm tone sometimes.
Oh my god.
And scariest scene, I would have to say when Hallie and Sydney are in the cop car and they have to climb over Ghostface.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one.
That one gets me every time.
Right? Yeah, that is I like that.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same as Mav. I'm like torn. Like I used to think it was so creepy that Cece was just walking around the sorority house like alone by herself, and like we knew he was also in there. But then, Gail's chase scene's iconic.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Also,
like
hey
tied
Craven.
with me.
Craven's
Yes,
in
hey
the
Craven.
chat.
Hey, Craven.
Gotta catch up.
Yeah, it's tied with me actually. Gail scene in the cop car.
I still think the scariest scene is when Derek decides to break out in song.
That is pretty frightening. Absolutely.
I'm sorry,
up,
but I love
Craven?
that scene.
Yeah, well, his heart, there was heart in his performance, but God, that guy can't sing for shit. Craven, it's a pleasure to have you stop by really quick. I know you're a busy man, but thank you for coming by. I'm sure everybody in this chat is subscribed to him. I'd be probably, but if you're not, go ahead and check out his channel. He's fantastic.
Yes, he is.
Fantastic.
But going back to why I said Scream 3 is one reason and one reason only. The modified version of Red Right Hand for that movie alone.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's why it's Scream 3 for me. That alone just made it.
Yeah, that's such a good song.
Yeah, Bob, that's a good call. I have it right on my Spotify. Red Right Hand Scream 3 version. It's the best one.
Oh yeah. That's a good one too. But I also like the song She Said by Collective Soul.
They're all good. All the soundtracks are good.
Right.
They really are.
Right.
Because Scream 1, you got Whispered to a Scream, you got...
Right.
There's just...
American Scream.
Mm-hmm. There's just too many good ones.
And I'm not going to lie, I'm liking the song for 6 as well.
Demi Lovato?
Yep. I mean,
I heard the little snippet of that.
I mean, I called that number.
And isn't there going to be a Linkin Park one?
I hope it's the new song Lost, because
Lost
that song is amazing. I hope
the
that's
Meteora
the
20-year anniversary. Yeah, I listened to that today. It's pretty good.
Oh my god, I love it. It's my alarm tone right now. Mm-hmm. And Scream 4 had the sounds, Something to Die For. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I do hate that end credit song on Scream 4, though. It's like the third one that kicks in, and it sounds like a little girl singing about running for your life.
Why don't I remember that one?
It's only if you're like into the credits, like when you fall asleep with the DVD on.
Not with Scream 4.
Yeah, Michael, I saw your question. Punisher versus Ghostface. I think that would be a very short-lived match for sure. No questions asked.
Is that my boy Thomas Jane?
It could be any one of them, but yeah, Thomas Jane. I loved him as the Punisher. I think. Oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on his name? John Bernthal. I loved his Punisher series on Netflix.
Is he the one that was in The Walking Dead?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes. Yeah. I really liked him as I think that was the dark version. I mean, Thomas Jane's was, he was brooding and everything, but John Bernthal's was just, it was pretty heavy. I really, really enjoyed that. Yeah, it is.
I'm biased with Thomas Jane because I love him in Deep Blue Sea.
I was going to say Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that can fight mako sharks, giant mako sharks is something
and
special.
a tiger shark.
Oh, yeah. Was it a tiger shark? I thought they were all mako sharks. No?
There was
the one at
one
the beginning
tiger
with the
shark.
license plate is the tiger.
Yeah.
Also, thank you, Polar. We were actually joking about a music review channel earlier. And I will say, if we're talking soundtracks, some of the best soundtracks as of late are off the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix. Like, they have like White Town, White Zombie, Rob Zombie, 9 Inch Nails, like Bush, Garbage. It's crazy. Cypress Hill. It's out of control.
My favorite soundtrack of all time is Queen of the Damned.
Very good choice.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Philip. It is a great movie.
Yeah.
Anything with LL Cool J, I'm sold.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, but I cried when I thought that he was going to die by the shark.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to say by
Michael.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Or that too.
In H2O.
No, he was fine. Only because... Wait, which one was before? Was it H2O and then Deep Blue Sea?
Let's see. I think yes.
Yeah,
I think H2O was 98, and then I think Deep Blue Sea was shortly after. Gosh, I want to say
Definitely
that was like
not
99
90s.
well, maybe early like 2000, something like
1999.
that. It was 99?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was shortly after that because he did he had a stint of like, I think that was still somewhere in the wheelhouse of SWAT. I think that movie came out like 2002. So he was doing
Mindhunters was in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. I watched that in theaters and it was... I love that movie. I don't get why people don't talk about it more. Anthony, I know my shark species references because I love sharks. That's why I did that very in-depth Shark Week video.
Gail's always trying to come up.
Hate that line. Myself, of course. They always try to make Neil a red herring. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, where's Polar? This is Polar's favorite part right here. I saw it in the chat.
Excuse me while I go grab a blanket and hide underneath it.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Okay, maybe if I explain it this way, it'll sell you guys a little bit.
No, I'm a guy. I don't like when guys break out in song like that. You can't
Hear
sell
me
me
out.
on it.
Hear me out, though. So, Sydney, for the longest time, had a distrust in Derek, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there was a lot of, questionable, like, she didn't know if she could trust him after this. And I feel like by him doing this gesture, it gives them a connection because he ends up giving her his letters.
Yes,
Did he have to break into song? Probably not.
Yes, but at the same time, if you think about it, that can also be opening to a false sense of security. To let your guard down.
But no other horror movie has done this.
I think the thing that actually freaks me out the most about like this whole scene is how it shows that like Mickey is a complete and total sociopath.
Yes.
Like he is here genuinely enjoying just like having fun with his friends, and then it's just like, well, it's time to kill them. Like,
knowing
how can he be so into this and have absolutely no like real emotion for them? It's actually horrifying when you like think about it.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's not so much a song
He's
breaker,
very
but when you
disconnected.
think about Mickey, like he's getting into it, like he's all happy, yet he's gonna kill them later down the road.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's why I love Mickey.
So Lisa asks, would anyone here like to see a different scene of of Stab in an upcoming Scream movie?
No.
Anybody?
Me personally, I'd rather them drop the whole Stab thing altogether.
Yes. It's been drawn out for far too long.
Unless you're going to do a Stab TV series to reference the Scream TV series, which you still haven't done, by the way, and that came out in 2015.
Right. I think that we will, but in different form. I think it's going to be the maybe something from the musical. I think that we're going to see maybe a rehearsal or something from the off-Broadway Stab.
I'm somewhere in the middle. Like I have no problem with it like existing in the universe if they make like a reference to it, if we see like a poster in the background, but I don't need like new Stab footage, and I don't need it to be like 5 that like kind of circles around it, but just like still having it exist in the real world I think is fine, because it probably does in their universe. They're probably still making movies.
Polar, I would break up with it.
Polar is, I think you and my wife are like kindred spirits. Like I think my wife would do the same thing. Like she'd be like, no, it's done.
Mav, don't sing to her then.
No, I don't. Well, there was a time in Mexico, but it was karaoke. And,
probably tequila too, right?
Oh my God. I was so hungover for like 3 days straight. I drank so much. We were on a pirate ship. That's a whole other story, but we were on a pirate ship. And I channeled my inner Jack Sparrow, and then it ended with it culminated with a night of Bon Jovi. We'll just put it that way.
I feel like pirate ship is the only qualifier that you needed. I'm like, okay, I'm there. I get it. Makes sense.
Right? Yeah.
Tequila, pirate ship. That's all we need.
Yeah, it was more than just tequila, but there was a lot of tequila that night for sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she wears the letters. Yeah.
Although who knows what would happen if we got the original one and it wasn't leaked? Who knows what 3 could have been?
I don't feel bad for what we got with Scream 3. I really don't. I would never take it back. Because if they gave us a choice, if they wiped the slate clean and they asked us fans, would we want to see what Kevin Williamson wanted to do? Or would we keep what we already have? That's the question.
Did any of you guys watch The Following? Did you guys?
Yes, I love The Following. It was a great show.
But that's why I want to see what it would have been like in Scream. Because
if it was anything like that, I would have been down like a clown, man. Because that show was amazing.
I found it a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it lagged a lot, and I was like, okay, can we get to the point? Can we get to the end here? But that might just be a me problem. But like I thought, like the story in theory was good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because it's like some of us want what we don't have. I think that's why I would lean towards seeing the other story play out, is knowing what it could have been, but not ever getting it in Scream canon. I think that's what makes me want to have it over Scream 3, but I enjoy Scream 3. It's flawed. I think a lot of it was not its fault, right? I think a lot of it just had to do with studio interference and stuff that was going on at the time. So I do like Scream 3. I do. But I think it's more of like I kind of want what we didn't get. I'm just, it's one of those things for me.
For me, it's always the curiosity of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Always. But I wouldn't change it because I love Roman. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people say he's whiny, but I love him and I would keep him as is.
Roman has one of my favorite lines of the entire franchise. So I love Roman too. Like, 3, I said it earlier, it's my favorite of the sequels. It's so like camp, but there's still like actual like scary moments. It's like a perfect blend of like my sense of humor and what I want to see as like horror entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even need a lot of blood, in my opinion. And yes, Phil.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah.
The idea of a 2-hour movie instead of a drawn-out show could have been amazing. Maybe a Scream 7. Yep.
Yeah, but that's kind of too late with the characters we got. You really should have done that with 5 for character development with all the new people you brought in.
Mm-hmm.
To end the trilogy doing that, it's kind of a waste of that trilogy, in my opinion. Because then you're going to try too hard to make us care about Sam, like the ones that didn't have that development.
I keep wondering if, because so we have the first 3 are obviously the original trilogy. We have 4 that's kind of the outlier because it's not directly connected to the first 3 movies. Then we have 5 that is, continuing. I'm wondering if 4 is going to somehow, I mean, they already have Kirby coming back, but if it's going to be like there's the original trilogy and then 4 through 7, it's going to be the quadrilogy. I'm wondering if 4 is going to have a lot to do with how the rest of 6 and 7 play out. So to where it's all connected from the events of 4 to the final movie that they do, the 7th movie. I think that's very unlikely, but I keep wondering if that's going to be, if 4 is going to be more significant to Radio Silence than 4 was to the original trilogy.
One can only hope. I mean, I'd like it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're bringing Kirby back, because you need to connect it somehow with 4 now. You can't just bring someone back to bring them back.
Right.
I don't care if she lives or dies in that sense of bringing her back, but you can't just bring her back with no purpose.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they will CGI in some bangs, make her look somewhat normal. That wouldn't be a bad use of CGI. I'm always for practical effects, but with that, you might have to go CGI to fix
You
it.
mean you didn't like the mask in Halloween H2O?
We don't talk about that.
Well, there's that. There is that.
Although
The
it's
Henry
still better than
Cavill
the mask
mustache
in 5.
incident. Have we heard about that?
Oh, the Henry
What?
Cavill, yeah.
The Henry Cavill mustache incident.
Yeah,
What
they
was
started
that?
Forget the Henry Cavill mustache. If you guys ever watch Sleepaway Camp, you could literally see a mustache mistake in that one.
yes. Yes. You're right.
Tape and marker.
Michael, I have seen American Psycho. It is one of my favorite movies of I would say that time period. It is freaking brilliant. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely.
I need to watch it again because it's been
I-
way too long.
I read the book, and the
Mhm.
book is so much more intense than the movie. Like, it's horrifying.
Really?
Ooh.
Well, books are always more terrifying when you think about it. Even, and I'm not
You're just left with your imagination.
Yeah, and I'm not like trying to bash anybody that has done Stephen King movies, but when it's your imagination, it's 10 times worse than what you see in a movie.
Right. Well, and they're not confined so much to, 90 minutes or whatever it is and having like editing and stuff. They can kind of draw out this, scenery and all kinds of things that you don't necessarily have the ability to do. Like even the graphic novels for the David Gordon Green trilogy with Halloween, those for some of the movies that didn't necessarily knock it out of the park for me, the graphic novels are way more interesting than the movie itself. So Fate's Vengeful Eye.
So someone had a great question in the Craven stream.
Mhm.
When Sydney sees Ghostface, like in this scene, do we think that she's hallucinating or do we think someone was messing with her?
I still say hallucinating. Because when you go through trauma like that, and you're in a thing like this, that can easily bring back a flashback.
Yeah,
I
and
think she was hallucinating because she sees all the masks around her.
Right.
And you can see the director looking more confused as to why is she just like running around and not following the script.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, no, I could easily see it being that. And Ghostface not wearing a glove either is kind of odd choice. Yeah, I think it was for sure.
Plus, when you see that last part, like if it was a real Ghostface, like we wouldn't have just seen like that one body disappear when Ghostface went to stab him.
Kind of makes this scene a little creepier, huh?
I think it's real. I think it's Mickey for a couple reasons. So
because Derek comes in and says that he's editing instead of picking her up or whatever.
Yeah, she said, "Where's Mickey?" And there's like a full-on deleted scene too, where they had like discussed they're gonna take shifts to like watch Sydney and like pick her up and stuff. But she's like, "Where's Mickey?" And he said he was busy. But also that like Ghostface during the whole like play, they pan down and he's wearing boots. He's not wearing sandals like everybody else. And he has tan gloves on, and none of the
were
other
they tan gloves? I thought it was just bare hands.
No, they're like tan gloves with like an elastic wristband, and like none of the other people wearing masks have gloves on, and you can see for a second the robe comes out, and you can see like the black pants and the boots. So I think it's Mickey just like messing with her. I obviously don't think he was gonna kill her in the middle of that, but I think it was just he probably thought it was fun.
Damn.
To me it always goes back to like risk reward for like with in Scream 5 the hospital scene, like knowing that there's guards, that hospitals tend to have cameras freaking in every nook and cranny of the place, like the risk reward of like what happens if he like was trying to leave and got tackled by a stagehand or something, you know what I mean, like, and then your whole plot is like essentially foiled, short of you stabbing that person and getting away. I'm fine with it either way. It doesn't hold the movie up for me. I always chalked it up to like Puller said, PTSD. Like she just saw the masks and hoods and the fake knives and that she imagined it. It's really not it's nothing that I get a hang up on either way. I think it's fine either way. I just always go back to the risk reward. Like if you get caught or like everybody just converges on you because they're like, hey, that's not the mask that we're supposed to have, and oh shit, that's a real knife, then you're kind of you're screwed. So but yeah, I mean, it's very interesting either way. It's an interesting idea.
It
There's an
is. We'll
extra
never know the answer, really.
right.
Then I think if we never ever have any form of PSTD at all in this, it does kind of ruin that because that was her first traumatic event. It would make sense like a little later down the road you would have that. But if you're not having that throughout any of the things, I don't really. And this isn't a slight on anybody like writing, but I don't know if I would really consider her a full-on final girl because you're telling me she went through all of this and not one time she had a slip up with remembering one thing and seeing something that would trigger that.
Michael says Tobey Maguire was offered the role of Mickey.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
I'm glad he didn't get it.
Right?
Yeah. My first response was to go, ew. And then I was like, maybe that's rude. But he's just not. I just don't picture him as Mickey. Like, no.
No,
he's too calm.
I'd see him more Derek, if anything, than Mickey.
You need somebody
Even that,
unhinged.
I mean, I love him as Peter Parker. I love two of
he's a great Spider-Man.
Yeah, 2 of the 3 Spider-Man movies that Raimi did I really, really like. But I couldn't see him in the Mickey role.
No.
I hate this scene.
Me too.
I do and I don't. Because the first time watching it, it is a shock. Looking at it now, I hate it. But when that first time, I didn't know what I was watching. I really thought he'd be the last one to die. Like
the first time, I was like, "Oh crap! What's about to happen to him?"
White male suspect, 9:00.
But I don't think any of us actually expected him to be grabbed into the van and just killed right there.
It totally shocked me. Totally shocked me.
But again, this is where I think the Dewey thing fell flat. I think you should have done it at that later on in the movie. And you guys know why I'm saying that. I know someone in the chat didn't see it, so I don't want to give away that scene, but
right.
It just, you missed an opportunity to do it the right way. You just made it meaningless. At least this was done in taste because it caught everybody off guard.
Bully
just
McGuire
sucks that it had
Mickey.
to be Randy.
Yeah, it just, unfortunately, it was Randy.
What the fuck? Yeah, that totally caught me off guard. Then you get the ultra 90s boombox breakdancers.
Yeah.
Man. Never gets easier.
No, it gets harder.
Yeah, it's the same. Like, I'll never get over that portion of Scream 5. This has not changed for me from when I saw it to when I watch it today, right now with you guys. I hate it. I hate it so much. I get it. You got to have stakes. You can't have your legacy characters continue on forever, but gosh dang.
No, there's only one you have to have carry on forever. And that's Sydney.
Yeah. Right. She's untouchable.
Joel.
But I will say this: if everybody's in agreement that it was the one killer in that one, I think the problem was as soon as he went and started insulting Billy, I think that's when it caused that real snap, and I think that's why you saw more stabs than anything, like more brutal.
Yeah.
Because that was talking about her own son. I mean,
Yes. R.I.P. Randy. Gone but never forgotten.
Hell no. Even Wes Craven, he regretted killing him off. But he knew it was too late.
The Randy Dewey dynamic, I loved. I would have loved to see more of it.
I would have too, but I think this was the right time in the sense when it came out to have him die. I mean, he did quote the movie wrong, then he's gone on a binge about, well, at the point we didn't know who the killer was, but when we learn, it's like, well, there's your motive right there for him to die now. You did 2 big no-nos.
Yeah.
You went off on your own and you went and insulted a former person.
Well, and then we find out in Scream 3 that he was no longer a virgin. So.
Well, that didn't help either.
Creepy Karen.
Creepy Karen. Shut up. She was a nice girl.
Creepy Karen. Please don't ever call me that.
What slasher do you guys like the best that Randy references right before his death? Are you talking about the movies?
I never watched any of them, to be honest, except for Showgirls.
Yeah, right.
Showgirls was the only one I.
Yeah, are you talking about the actual serial killers? I'm assuming you're talking about the movies. I guess I would say
The House on Sorority Road, the Dorm That Dripped Blood. I don't
Slumber
remember
Party
the other
Massacre.
Ones.
Yeah, probably Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah,
that's a fun one. Randy could have faked his death. I wish, but the video kind of cements that he's gone.
Hey, he could have spilled ketchup all over himself.
It was a strawberry sundae, just a mess. He's a messy eater from birth till the van.
Yeah, but I think if he was, we would have gotten more references to that in 5, as we do a specific person.
Ghostface was actually, just someone saying, "Hey, do you want a cheeseburger?" And it just happened to be very messy.
Are you interested in this plate of lasagna?
There you go, messy lasagna.
What protection detail would put their person they are protecting right by an entrance and leave her to search a room? Well, that's one thing that the protection detail, they said they're detectives. If you really wanted the best of the best, you would have had a couple of SWAT guys that were, guys that are tactical, these 2 dudes, no offense, I don't know them from Adam, but they're pushing pencils and they're investigating stuff mostly from behind a desk or responding to scenes after shit happens. So she should have had whatever town they're in. I don't know if it's Windsor, Ohio, or if that's just the name of the college, but they should have had attack 2 guys from attack team following her, guys that wouldn't have done what you said.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, this is kind of their first time it happened. They're not going to have everybody come in at once either. I mean, due to one technical starting of an incident. I mean, toward the end, you would see that more as more people die.
Right.
If we're going to go the realistic route, which Scream tries to portray being more realistic than most.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as tactically, if you wanted the most sound people, as far as a protective unit, you would want guys that are constantly training and working more than investigators.
Which I think we're going to get in Scream 6, though.
From Dermot and or what do you mean?
I think we're going to see that toward the end of Scream 6. I think we're going to see more like the SWAT team come in and try to handle the situation, unlike all these other films where it's more just your local authorities being stupid.
Right. Yeah, I would enjoy that. I feel like it's almost too cliche to do the Barney Fife, silly cop stuff. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not talking about being silly. I'm talking they're going to bring in the big guns.
no, and that's what I'm saying. I think that
Oh.
that would make it feel more real and scary, right? When you see dudes that are someone that you would take serious getting taken out or tricked or trapped or whatever by Ghostface. So let's see. The House on Sorority Row would be mine. Yeah, it is. That actually I want to go back and watch that movie too. I haven't seen it in a while. That's a good one for sure. Wouldn't you have loved to see Randy versus Billy movie trivia? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Any Randy trivia stuff is awesome. Do I think they'll do a Ghostface Michael Myers crossover movie? They could. That would be interesting. I would like, I've said it on several streams now, I would like to see more than anything, if Ghostface is doing a crossover, I'd like to see a Scooby-Doo Ghostface crossover. More than anything in the world.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that's the only one I could think of that would really fit. I mean, what would Ghostface really have to do with Michael? Like, Michael's not going to just randomly show up.
No, the only thing is I could think is like if it was because I don't know, does the Scream TV series take place in Woodsboro?
No, that's Lakewood, Georgia.
Lakewood.
Okay, so but it's like inspired. They're inspired by the events of what happened in Woodsboro.
No.
Oh, so
No,
it's just
a
totally
whole other,
its own thing.
Whole other
It's
ball
its own
game.
thing. It's its
So-
own thing.
I could see like copycats one inspired by the events of what happened in Woodsboro doing it in Haddonfield, and it just so happens that Michael is out and about and there's some sort of crossover, but I don't think it would be much of a match. I don't think it would be much
Unless
of
we
a
go
match.
with the Halloween Ends version of Michael, I mean, they kind of made him
Right.
look weak unless he had to be strong.
Right. No, I'm like, I will say it until I get it or till like someone has a GoFundMe that wants to do that project, but a Scooby-Doo Ghostface crossover would be, Ghostface comes to Coolsville. I want that so bad. I do. I want it so bad. I
Hey,
love
if they
both
did
properties. I would love to see them crossed over for sure.
Well, I mean, they did Supernatural, so never say never.
That is another show that I have not seen. That's another one. I know that's probably some people are going to be bothered by it. I just haven't seen it.
I watched the first season and then I couldn't get into it. And then even after everybody's saying like how great it was, it's just, what is it, like 15 seasons? Like that's an investment.
Hell yeah.
We wanted to start watching something.
That's an impressive run. That is a impressive run too. Like modern day, because they're quick to shit can you and move on to the next thing. So it's impressive that it ran for that long. For sure. But I do want to watch it because I've heard good things, but like you said, that's a lot of catching up.
Some are better than others. I think I'm still on like season 5 or 6, and I can't get past it for some reason. I keep trying to watch like an episode, and I don't know, it's not keeping me invested for some reason. Maybe I waited too long, like in between.
Well, I know like Fate is a huge Supernatural fan.
Yeah. To be honest, I gave up after season 7. I just lost interest at that point, and I haven't gone back to revisit it.
And aren't they long seasons? Like, we're not talking like 8-episode Netflix seasons. I think they're like 22-episode like real seasons.
Polar says Billy is always left out of the movie geek combos. Randy, Kirby, Mindy get all the attention. Billy was a killer who taunted victims with horror trivia. He is I agree. He's kind of slept on when it comes to his horror movie knowledge, and I mean, he even says they say at the end of '96, watch a few movies, take a few notes, but like they're
It was
quoting,
fun.
yeah, it was fun. They're quoting movies, they're quizzing people on movies. They're doing things inspired by these movies. I agree, Puller. He's often slept on as how much he actually knows, but he's
Yeah,
up
but
there.
I think,
Sure.
but I do want to say one thing about Mindy. I think she's overhyped for her own good. I think that's going to be her demise. Because unlike Randy and Kirby and them, like they kind of learned the horror movie knowledge was a bad thing. She seems to still enjoy it and not realize that it's a bad thing to have that knowledge.
I'm not a
Love
Mindy
that
fan.
theme.
And I like Mindy, mind you. That's coming from someone that likes her, but I think she's
Mhm.
too arrogant for her own good.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. It's gonna be interesting what happens. I've said for a long time. I think she's a goner in this next movie. That would be my guess.
Because, like, at least Randy was charming. Like, Randy was just, like, sweet and, like, lovable.
Hmm.
And, like, she's got, like, the movie knowledge, but,
Hmm.
like, just has, like, an abrasive personality. And I'm like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
not. I know they probably
Yeah.
didn't want, like, a Randy substitute, but they need somebody to fill that role. And she just doesn't fit for me.
Right.
I'd rather have Kirby step back into that role.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I'd rather them bring back a character from the TV show.
Hmm.
I think
Oh,
he
I
would
liked
fit that
him.
better.
Um.
I think he was
Wait,
even
did
a
you
little.
say Noah?
Well, I didn't want to say the name to ruin like who the
Oh.
nerd would have been for Maverick, but
Sorry, Mev.
You
It's okay. I was
established their roles
honestly
right away.
I promise you I didn't hear that whatever you guys just said because I was watching the it's funny when Dewey gets caught with his hand on Courtney's
Oh, yeah.
breast and she like looks down, he's like, "Oh, sorry." So I didn't even catch what you just said. So that was kind of
To be
perfect.
honest, I was like in the middle of what you guys were because I was also watching it, but then I heard something about Movie Geek TV series, and I'm like, "Oh, Noah!" I'm like, "Oh crap,
Yeah.
I did it again." Never mind. Mav, don't listen.
I just didn't want like characters
Oh,
to
wait.
get rude so we could start piecing them. And
I covered my ears where my headphones are. I'm such a
No, I
nerd.
think he'd be fine with this because
I think he would
within like
too.
your first episode, you can kind of see who fits what role.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Randy substitute from this TV series is like actually a great character.
I think he would have suited the movie better, and you wouldn't have needed that character development for him because I guarantee you half the people would have seen the show.
Yeah.
Have you guys looking at Val's chat? Have you guys seen the Jason vs. Michael fan film?
No,
It's really
incredible.
it's
Incredible.
really cool. Like some of the dialogue and stuff is a little corny, but just the battle it's fun.
Yes, the battle is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The battle's amazing. The dialogue, it needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, this is my favorite right here. This is
Yep.
so good.
Here we
So
go.
good. This needs to.
Except for Dewey had a party foul. He stepped on the pizza.
Yeah, that was that was a bummer. Pizza sounds so good right now too.
Mm-hmm.
I freaking love this. Oh.
I just love that he's like right behind the glass and everything's executed so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shot to perfection. The tension is just insane. I've seen this a million times and it still, it gets to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like one wrong move and she would have been toast. One wrong move or one right move by Ghostface. I mean, they're in that close of proximity.
Yeah.
And on your first watch, like not knowing that she was going to survive, it was like horrifying.
Right.
But Because she was reading his every movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Philip likes the Scooby-Doo Scream crossover.
No, I think
Why
it would
do I
be
feel
better
like
with-
there was?
Actually,
Maybe
I
there
think-
was, and it's just never came onto my radar. I would love to see that. Oh, here we go.
Actually,
I'm
I
gonna
say
look it up.
let people take Mindy Kaling's creation and have them all butcher the new gang. I'd be fine with that. I don't want the old gang being involved.
Yeah.
Get rid of the new gang. Kill that off.
I saw the little teaser trailer for it, and I was like, "This is a fucking disaster. I will not give this any of my time or money." But if you want to, if you want to kind of give an adult version of Scooby-Doo, I don't see, this would be perfect. Is even okay, let's say it's not Ghostface, they can't get the rights or they can't do the crossover, whatever it is. If they were investigating a legitimate like slasher, like Scream style slasher, like someone who's killing people around a high school, I think that would just be so freaking cool, because you can have the humor between Shaggy and Scooby. You can have the seriousness, the murder mystery aspect, the suspense, the monster, so to speak, the masked. You can have all of those things, incorporate everything that is Scooby-Doo, but just with a more serious slasher tone. I think it needs to be done.
Yeah,
It needs to be done.
like on Zombie Island. I think that was
Zombie
still
Island's freaking awesome. I love that. I love that. The second
if
one
you
was
can
a
get a-
disaster.
If you could get a tone like that, oh, you'd be set.
Why does Joel Taxi Driver have a neck brace? I never noticed that, Dino. Now I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I never noticed that he had a neck brace. That's hilarious.
So in Craven's stream, they said that it was actually a gag from Wes Craven because he thought it was funny.
It is funny, and I can't believe I didn't see it. Damn it. That's awesome.
It is, but he's a horrible driver. He had too many whiplash incidents. He needs that neck brace to protect his neck.
Michael, you are speaking to my heart. Halloween 6, Michael Myers is the baddest man on the planet. I love the movie, but god damn was he scary.
Mommy, it's raining red.
It's raining red. Oh, that movie is just, it tugs at my heartstrings. I love it so much. Shaggy is played by Matthew, and the audience goes, "What? Yeah, that would be a twist. Shaggy's the killer."
We better not harm Scooby, or then we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, nothing can happen to Scooby. That's my only rule. Is if you do that, you can't kill Scooby. No killing Scooby.
Scooby could be the accomplice to the killings.
Broken Arrow song.
So I'm thinking, because I think I read it somewhere, that there was a comparison with Christian Slater's character and Dewey. And I think that's why they chose that theme for Dewey, because they believed that Dewey would have liked Broken Arrow.
Yeah, I could see that.
Anthony says, "Do you guys recognize the Nightmare on Elm Street music play right before Dewey and Gail scene looking at the tape?" I didn't catch that.
Yes.
I didn't. That's another one I'm gonna have to go back and watch.
Yeah, but if you're a geek, you're kind of obsessed with stuff. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand. And we can't really blame the movies. I mean, they just make psychos more creative.
They're just their inspiration. Mindy is kind of a bish. Oh, I say bad stuff all the time, Polar. You're good.
Yeah, you're right.
I love
She's a
how he
stone
read
cold
that.
bitch.
22 likes in the stream. Let's pick it up. Share out the stream. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you, Hobbs. I appreciate it. Yeah. If you guys know anybody, I know we're kind of coming wrapping things up with the movie, but we'll stream for a little longer afterwards, and it'll give them an opportunity to win that Blu-ray. Yeah, share it with somebody, or even if your friend's not into it, but they want to win it for you, they can give you an early birthday present, and it costs them nothing, just a thumbs up and a right answer to a trivia question. I think Mindy was acting like that because she thought it was cool to act like that. She doesn't care about nothing. She probably grew out of that in 6. We'll see. There 5 didn't have a whole lot of character development, so we just kind of got what we got. So it's going to be interesting to see the dichotomy or the difference between what we got in 5 and who they are in 6. Was it supposed to be a year difference, right? From when 5, the events of 5 to when this happened. So it's not a whole lot of time to change.
See, what I want to see happen in 6 is Mindy call her out on that shit. I mean, Kirby calling Mindy out on that shit, because I think that would make it perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I think I definitely think we're going to get one of those scenes. I think it'd be a huge missed opportunity, provided that one or both characters don't survive to the next movie. If we don't have that scene that everybody wants, the kind of testing their knowledge against each other, But I feel like not Mindy, Kirby's going to be reluctant. I think that I think it's going to be one of those things that at a certain point in the movie, she's going to have to draw back on her knowledge. Like she's tried to move on since the events of Scream 4, like put that part of her past behind her, bury it, so to speak, and just become just this gung-ho, FBI agent. But I think at a certain point in time, she's going to get into a position where she's going to have to draw on her knowledge as a horror movie fan to help alleviate a situation, whether it's just herself or she's trying to save somebody else. And I think that would be a missed opportunity if they don't do that with her character. It's like the trauma and the everything that she went through, surviving being stabbed, and then moving on to a career in law enforcement. I think it would be a great scene, or a great maybe where Mindy's trying to test her and she's like, I'm not doing this. That's not my thing anymore. That was me when I was a kid, whatever. And then eventually we get to see that, oh, she still has it in her. It's kind of like the old, what was the movie with Robert Redford, the Natural, where he's kind of like, something like that, where you see that it's still in them. They just kind of were, I don't know. I think that'd be cool. Oh, this scene's so good.
I know, I love this.
This is very, very suspenseful. There's so many good examples of suspense that I just feel like
this movie alone.
Yeah, in this movie that we got more in like 15 minutes of this movie than we got in the entire Scream 5. From you think about just from it was what, 10 minutes ago we were in the studio. And now this.
Yeah.
I feel like they did it a little bit in the West scene in Scream 5, but it just felt way too intentional, like almost kind of forced. Whereas in here, it's so organic. Like it just happens so fluidly.
Yeah, it was like, here's a horror movie trope of like a door opens and then when it closes, like the Principal Himbry scene, there's the bad guy right behind the door. So we're going to show it to you 4 different times before we actually have the payoff. That's not even what we're kind of poking fun at, So they did, but it just didn't. They didn't really stick the landing for me.
Yeah.
Poor Wes.
But that was a cool ass kill. That was a very cool kill.
I know that one made me really cringe. So I'm like, oh my god, it's in there.
Where you just start seeing it kind of working its way through. Yep.
I'm just curious to hear what Dylan Minnette said whenever he read what his death was.
Has he given an interview on that? Like that anyone else has heard? What is when he saw how he was going to go out? It's like shit.
No, I don't think he ever really did an interview.
Yeah, nothing that I had heard. Who do you guys think?
It was such a waste to kill him. I think it would have been great to keep him alive. Like they could have done so much with him down the road.
I loved
just
him.
like how he reacted to his mom's death and like the events of 5, because they could have gone either way with him. Like they could have.
We would have had an amazing reaction from him too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did not foresee him being a goner at all. I thought he was, going to be the red herring or, a survivor that, maybe a final guy kind of thing, like a Randy. But we didn't get that. Philip asks, who do you guys think that attacked Dewey, Mickey or Mrs. Loomis? I think it was Mrs. Loomis because when Gail was shouting at her, she didn't like that. Yeah, I think right here is kind of my confirmation that it was Mrs. Loomis. Just given that everything that's happening with Sydney is kind of off campus with that Ghostface killer. So my guess is Mrs. Loomis. What about you guys?
I have to agree. It was Mrs. Loomis. I mean, just that scene, like you said, does confirm it in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mickey was definitely in the cop car because you saw his head wound.
Right. You see his...
when he reveals himself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I guess I've never really thought about it. I kind of was of the opinion that Mickey killed everyone except Randy.
Okay.
I mean, she doesn't have a lot of injuries when we do see her revealed. She's like clean and crisp. Mm-hmm. But Mickey, he's got like...
he's all battered.
He's banged up.
Because she says something like coming up to the effect of like, Mickey did all of it. Everything's traceable to Mickey. It was just, she got a little knife happy with Randy because he said some disparaging remarks about her Billy. Mm-hmm. So it just made me think that she's kind of like the brains and it was in a fit of rage with Randy, but Mickey killed everybody else.
Well, that's like in 4. I think Charlie does 90+% of the killings, so it's possible. I mean, the one thing that we know with this, it's kind of a maybe, well, it's my channel. What do I care? I always feel like with Scream, we kind of get the like the killers, especially like Amber talking about, how she killed Dewey and stuff. I feel like the Ghostface killers are kind of like ISIS. Like they just take credit for every bad thing that happens. Like even if they weren't directly involved, like I don't believe that Amber was the one that killed Dewey. I just don't. Maybe I'm an idiot, whatever, but I feel like they just all of them.
I'm right there with you.
Roman took credit for Maureen's death, even though Stu and Billy did it. Like I always feel like they're always taking credit for everybody's stuff, even if they didn't. So I do think that Mrs. Loomis killed Randy, but I just feel like it's always hard to tell. Like it's really hard to tell. They always take credit for everything.
I don't think I'd want to see that. I would not
Gail
want to see a Gail death
get the Olivia treatment.
I was like,
that would
be
distasteful.
A big fan of killing Gail.
I'm going to say this. If you don't have Ghostface taunting her using Dewey's voice, like Scream 3 voice changer, you're missing out big.
Yeah. Huge missed opportunity. As much as it's going to hurt,
that would hurt.
It's got to happen. Oh, Mickey said.
Wait a second. My subtitles gave the killer away.
Oh,
It
before
says
even.
Mickey's voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's jacked up.
Oh my gosh.
Now it says distorted voice, but before it
Mine
said
said in
Mickey's
ghost
voice.
face voice. It's like first it's like Mickey's voice is he's talking, and it's like ghost face voice. Well, which is it? Is it Mickey's voice or ghost face voice?
Maybe at first it was like, oh crap, we just gave it away.
Right? Whoops.
Better change it back.
Yeah, Polar, I agree. I think we're all kind of in agreement that you weren't really scared or there wasn't that much tension in Scream 5. That's why, like I said, I liked it when I first saw it. The first few times I saw it, it's just not aged very well for me. Like on subsequent viewings. Could Vince survive his stab to the neck? So, could he? Yes. I've seen crazy shit in my life. It just depends on if it hit the jugular vein and how soon after he was noticed and treated.
Yeah. Think about Hawkins in Halloween.
Hawkins got stabbed, absolutely, right in the
Right in the
neck.
neck.
So, I think if they want to pull that back in, it's the treatment, right? How quickly he got found and treated, and where the location of the stab was. If it was in the jugular, I mean, you got like a few minutes before you're going to bleed out. So, yeah. Okay, Dino thinks it's Vince behind the cracked ghost face mask. That would be interesting.
I don't know. I think it's going to be someone from Sam's past that knows about the whole Billy thing, and they're trying to lure her out in that. A la Stu Macher. I don't really see it being Vince. I don't think Vince is that trained. I'm sorry, from what we saw in the bodega scene, that's a trained killer. I don't see Vince being that.
Vince looks like he knows how to like change the oil on his car and maybe the brakes.
Yeah.
That car is sweet, by the way. The 1969 what is that? GTO? I think is
GTO.
Badass. The Judge. Oh, we're getting to the point where Killjoy Jake's favorite scene.
Like if we didn't get that bodega scene, I'd have no problem believing that though.
Yeah. Ooh, that would hurt so damn bad.
I love Mickey's dialogue though. When they finally reveal him.
Mm-hmm. Better theater soundstage slasher stage 5. Okay, 87 or popcorn. Okay, Stage Fright 87 or Popcorn 91. Whew.
Well, I've only seen Stage Fright the remake.
I don't know.
What was that giggle for?
Because of what's coming, what we're about to get. That's what the giggle was for. I'm gonna say popcorn, but I really like popcorn. This threw me off big time when I first saw it. Gail walks out. I'm like, oh, that little bastard.
It's that split second where Sydney's face like drops, and you're like,
mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen Popcorn, so I have to say Stage Fright.
I gotta say Popcorn because I didn't see Stage Fright.
Billy's mother. I love it. I think I appreciated it more after hearing how much.
I'm using that, Mav.
Yeah, how much Jake hated it. And like it never registered with me how kind of corny it was, and then immediately I was like, I love this scene. This is hilarious. I never gave it the credit that it deserves. Scream 3 voice changer will return in the next film. What do you guys think? You think it's going to be in there or no?
I wish.
Well, with my theory about taunting Gail with it, yes.
I'd like it to be.
I would like it to be too.
I like any kind of acknowledgement that Scream 3 happened. So I was like happy when I saw the shrine and there was like the fax machine, because it's like they're always talking about, the killers in 1. Maybe there's a nod to 2, but it's like they act like 3 doesn't exist. And I'm like, put some respect on its name, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Roman started it all. Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, the blood in the eye. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yep.
You would think she would want to hold off on killing him till after they took out everybody, though.
Yeah, you would think that.
Strength in numbers kind of thing. Like, let's kill one of them and then we'll kill the other one. And then I'll kill you when you're least expecting it. That's how we get away with it.
Although, to be fair, she doesn't really seem the smartest person either. So, I mean...
Yeah.
Also, hey, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Also,
Hi,
hello,
Jen.
Jennifer.
Hello. She was blind with rage.
Yes.
She jumped the gun.
Oh, I thought you were going to say blinded with science.
No.
She blinded me with science.
That was what I was going to say next, Carey. You stole the words right out of my mouth. Jen, happy Friday. Thanks for coming by.
Hello.
His last words were, I never would have hurt you. Yeah. Dino said earlier, he doesn't deserve the ending that he got. He got done dirty, man. That's for sure. Polar says if Chad survived, Vince could. Yeah, he got stabbed quite a few times.
I thought Chad bled out for sure.
Yeah,
like
the stab to the leg, right? That was it. Like the femoral artery. That one is, I think they've clocked it. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds. If that gets severed, it takes about 1 minute and 30 seconds before you bleed out. Like go into shock.
And then they had like another half an hour of movie left. I'm like, Chad is dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you think we're gonna get a Chad limp?
We better.
A Chad what?
Limp.
A Chad limp.
Yeah, you would think. You would think.
Yeah, but see, the problem with trying to compare Vince with Chad's getting the Dewey treatment. Because the producers and that loved him in that. I think he's kind of getting that proverbial Dewey treatment. Because Dewey was supposed to die in the original, remember?
Yeah.
But the audience loved Dewey so much that they changed it and he lived.
I agree. I said that in my bold predictions. I was like, he is going to take the Dewey mantle, kind of be the big brother and the protector, and, obviously damaged from the events of Scream 5. But I could see it to where he possibly gets in Scream 6 the same treatment Dewey gets in this movie, right? Where we think potentially left for dead, and there we see him once more on a gurney giving the thumbs up,
I'm sorry, I don't want Vince to still be alive. That guy was too much of a creep to find any enjoyment in that character.
He was very greasy. Very greasy.
Oh, poor Kyle was actually sick while he was doing that character.
Yeah, he was.
Uh-oh, we better not be losing Sarah.
Oh, great Mickey impression. I've practiced several times, Jen. Just saying. Wasn't my first rodeo doing that.
But yeah, I hope they just develop Chad more, because I love Mason Gooding as an actor, and I think I like him as a person too. But it's just, they gave him just nothing to work with in 5. So I hope that they really develop him, and I would love for him to be like a Dewey.
Yeah,
they need to develop everybody, really. Even Tara as a character, they need to do far more with her.
Yeah, they did so much homage to the original Scream minus the character development that Scream 96, because all those characters were nobody to us. We knew nothing of Tatum or Randy or Stu or Billy, but we felt like we knew exactly who they were by the end of the movie. And that feeling you did not get in Scream 5. You felt like, wait, who was that again? And what was their beef? And it just, that was the difference. As much homage as they paid in as many kind of, maybe it wasn't like it was almost scene for scene or shot for shot, but it was more like scene for scene kind of similarities that we saw. We didn't get that with the characters. That was the one thing that was missing, which is huge. Everybody's
I will not
wishing.
take the slander of Scream 3.
What's that?
I will not take that slander I saw with Scream 3
Oh,
being...
yeah. No,
I will not take that slander.
It wasn't boring. It was entertaining for me. But to each his own. Everybody's entitled to opinion. As long as you're keep it respectful or fact-based.
I will say this. If
I'm
we're
good
going
with
to
it.
compare the most boring, I love 5, but in reality, 5 was the most boring. The pacing was all off. Everything was off with that film.
Polar, we got Roman numerals.
I saw that. Pun intended.
Yeah, which I pointed out originally, but everybody thought I was crazy. When I said, if you look, it's more of a Roman 5 in the poster, how they set up the characters.
Yeah. Dino says maybe Mrs. Loomis wanted to kill Sydney all by herself. That it's what it seems like, Dino.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would say so. Of course, it did help when she said that she killed Billy. And again, notice as soon as you start talking about Billy, you're gonna cause Mama Bear to snap.
Yep. I liked the reveal, Anthony. I thought it was at the time. It was good. I'm fine with it. Like, I don't know about you guys. I dug it for sure.
I loved it.
I loved it, but I'm not gonna lie. What I read with the original script, I dug that more from reading it, but I envisioned it in my own way. So if it would have been the same on film, I can't say. But if you ever change this, you messed up. Because this was where we got that mask reveal like that. Yeah. Remember, in 1 we didn't have like where Billy and Stu both.
I love everything about this third act in Scream 2.
It's great.
I love that Cotton got to be the hero.
I just love when Mickey says, "Don't you know history repeats itself?" That too. He deserved it finally.
Polar. Yeah, they do. It's always a premature backstab or front stab, one or the other, or Glock 9mm to the chest.
Yeah.
Or in Scream 4 somewhere else.
What was it? Where was it? I thought it was in the front, right? Stabbed to the front or to the heart? No?
Oh, we're talking about.
I was talking about
Trevor.
Oh, yes.
That's what I was talking about.
I gotcha. Yeah. 24 likes so far for the Stab-A-Thon. Share out the feed if you can. Thank you, Hobbs. You're the man. I appreciate it. You are staying on top of it. Thank you.
Hell yes, I am.
Blinded. Nobody fucking move. Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was cool seeing him. I was shocked at what his future held for him. I thought he was going to be stay around longer than he does. But I was happy to see that he got some redemption. And he's going to get the interview that he wants after this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mickey's not coming back.
One more for good measure.
Hey, Conrad.
Oh, is Conrad in here? What's up? Long time no see, buddy. Glad to have you in here. We're kind of just wrapping up Scream 2. But stick around because I'm giving a Blu-ray Steelbook away, Rambo First Blood. So if you're interested, stick around. But glad to have you here, buddy. Yeah, Mickey's a great killer. I do agree that I would be all up for a prequel of just what Mickey's antics were prior to linking up with Mrs. Loomis.
Mm-hmm.
I just wonder who they would cast as a young.
That's the only problem is the I don't want to see the de-aging CGI stuff, but
Yeah, nothing like Skeet Ulrich, please.
yeah. Hey, I know that guy.
Wait a second. Why did I just notice that Joel was still
That's what
filming.
I was saying. Yeah, that's why I said, "Hey, I know that guy," because he actually asks her a question and then hands her the microphone while he's holding the camera at the same time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I just notice that?
Yeah, I never.
Oh, and Joel just said that. He said, "Come on, Cotton, tell us something."
Mm-hmm.
That was him.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even need Gail.
Nope. No. He's a one-man news reporting
one-man
crew.
show.
He's a one-man crew.
Yep.
Yes, I did, Dino.
There was supposed to be one right up here.
Yeah.
I really wish that it would have been Roman, like
I think it was supposed to be. I think it was going to lead into Scream 3 that way. And like during the whole reveal, he was going to say, "I was there watching you at Windsor College," and I think they were even going to have it like in that bush scene, like when technically Billy and Stu were off. It was also supposed to be where they revealed Roman that way too, like he was always watching her.
I would love for someone that has the know-how to CGI that in to the ending of this and just put like a 15-second clip, a short on YouTube of that.
Don't tempt me because I'll figure it out.
If you can do it, Carey, please. That would be so cool. Just knowing, I always think about that, like the scripts and the movies that we never got. Like, would I love them? Absolutely love them, or would I be like, yeah, it didn't get made for a good reason? When you finally see it, because you hear about all the, whether it's Halloween or Friday the 13th, all the stuff that never made it to film, and I would, oh, that would be so cool. So cool.
I can see if I can try something.
Yeah.
I freaking love that movie. It's so good.
So good.
Where does it rank for you guys? I know we've all talked about it before, but where does it rank for you guys in the franchise? And in the chat too, I'm curious to know what your guys' ranking for the Scream franchise is.
Yeah, so my ranking is 1, 3, 2, 4, 5. It's almost the order it was released in, and honestly, depending on the day, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But Scream 3 is by far my most rewatched, so I think I do have to bump it up to second place and put 2 in third place.
Gotcha. What about you, Carey?
Let's see if you know me very well.
I do. I know your ranking.
My guess is going to go 1. I'm assuming I would bet my next paycheck that everybody's number 1 is the original. But I think you're going to go 1, 3, 4, 2, 5.
Shame on you.
No?
No, I will never. This will never, ever, ever change. But it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
I thought 3 was your second favorite.
Well, I mean, I love them, but I would never change, like, the way that they were released. I will never change them.
Right. Well, like I'm with you. There's days where that is my ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think more consistently it's 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. But I think it depends. Like next week, I guarantee you, after we watch Scream 3 and we talk about it as we're watching it, it will be my number 3. I guarantee it. And then when we watch 4, it might flip flop. I think it depends on what have I seen more recently. Literally, I think that's kind of how my ranking goes. 5 is 5, it's locked in. 2 is 2, it's locked in. 1 locked in, but 3 and 4 flip flop for me. Bob, what about you?
Well, I'm going to be the oddball in all this, and I know it's going to draw a lot of heat. I'm going 1, 4, 5, 3, 2.
Whoa, that I was not expecting that. So 1, 4, 5, 3, then 2.
Yep.
I would have never guessed that.
But
I would have thought 5 was your 5.
But 5 can be number 2 on any given day, depending on what mood I'm in.
Really?
Because if I start feeling like I'm falling back into the past with my own trauma, that always trumps up. Because just watching that reminds me I need to.
I got you. Well, that makes sense. It hits home for you a little bit.
Yeah. Now, if we were doing a TV series, I'm sorry, the movie is number 2 if we also would include the TV series. Gotcha. But that's for whole other reasons.
All right. Lisa says she's 1, 3, 5, 4, 2. Let's see. Anthony is 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. 4 used to be my least favorite. And then I only watched it a few times. And then once I kind of got onto YouTube and started listening to people talk about it, I gave it another shot. And I was like, you know what? I can look past the blurry cam, the
Vaseline
Smiro vision. Yeah, right. I liked it. I liked it a lot more once I gave it a chance. Michael just says 1, 2, 4. So 3 and 5 are not even. Hey, fair enough, man. Your list is your list. I respect whatever it is. But so he's 1, 2, 4. The general is 1, 3, 2, 5, 4. So you and Anthony are pretty close. You guys just got 2 and 3 swapped. Polar is 1, 4, 3, 2, 5. That's the coolest thing about this is all the different, like, it's so different. I think that it's fair to say that Scream, regardless, is the most consistent of all the major horror movie franchises.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
We can nitpick these movies to death, but realistically, like, we don't have a Freddy's Dead or a Jason Takes Manhattan or a, Halloween 5, what is it?
Jeepers
Revenge
Creepers
of Michael.
Reborn.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers Reborn. We don't have Texas Chainsaw 3D. Like, we don't have like any real stinkers, in my opinion. I know you can say that 3 was, I think, again, I give 3 kind of an asterisk. I think it was very much there was a lot of interference in the time just kind of screwed that movie over more than anything. But yeah, I don't know. It's
help that either.
What's that?
And real life events didn't help the matter either.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like that for sure played a huge role in what they were going to do. But then the Weinsteins as well. Dino's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of guy. I like it. Let's see. Anthony says 4 has definitely grown on me. Yeah, it's the same with me. I didn't even know that 4 came out. Like, I didn't remember seeing any.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see any commercials, any advertising. I had zero clue that it came out. I think I found out it was. I don't even think I saw it in theaters. I think I found out about it when it was getting released to like physical media, and I was like, "What? There's a Scream movie? How did I not know about it?" Like, it was that like
Well,
off my radar.
I saw Scream 4 in theaters, and also there was like a college. I don't even know what you would call it. It was like a college get to fundraiser type of thing, and people were going into the college to watch Scream 4, and I just wanted to watch it because I wanted to see everybody's reactions to it, and there was a lot more laughter than I thought. But I mean, they didn't heavily promote Scream 4.
No, that's the thing is like, I'm pretty positive I had cable at the time and I never saw a commercial for it. I honestly haven't seen a commercial for it to this day. I haven't even like YouTubed to see like what the trailers were for that movie. It's crazy to me. It's insane. Philip says 1, 2, 3, 4. And Philip, correct me if I'm wrong, but you haven't seen 5, if I remember from some of the other streams that you've been in. I could be wrong, or maybe you just hate 5 that it's like it's not even on my list. But I thought he said he hasn't seen 5 yet.
It was either him or someone else, but I know someone said they didn't see it.
Right. Jeepers Creepers 3, it's not as bad as Reborn is. Reborn was a disaster. I watched it because of I'm curious, and all I heard were bad. Like, it's the biggest piece of trash you've ever seen. I was like, I gotta see this, see how bad it really is, and everybody was telling the truth. Have you guys seen Jeepers Creepers Reborn?
I have not.
No,
I've seen really bad things.
I've been pushing it off as long as I can.
It's you have to see it. Like, to just to say that I saw it and it is as bad as everybody said it was, like, you have to watch it.
If there's a place to watch it for free, I would watch it, but I feel like I just can't pay for it in good conscience.
Yeah, no.
It's on Tubi, I'll watch it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Just watch it whenever it is free. There you go. Don't pay. Do not pay to watch it. I did not pay to watch it. I will admit that. Yeah. Still remember going to see Scream 4 in theaters. Yeah, I think that's the only one that I have not seen in theaters. I'm pretty positive.
So far, 5 was the only one I got to see in theaters.
I did see 4 in theaters, and there were stupid teenagers next to me that just loved talking.
That sucks.
Yeah.
They need to teach a theater etiquette class for people, I swear, because I've been in those. Thankfully, my last 2 experiences, the last Halloween Ends, there was like nobody in the movie theater at all. And I saw that opening night. It was crazy. I was like, everyone's just doing the Peacock or pirating or whatever. But yeah, nobody was there. Anthony says Scream is legendary, but he digs Freddy's Dead, Jason Takes Manhattan, and Halloween 5. That's all right. Believe me,
Halloween 5.
I am a Curse of Michael Myers diehard.
Halloween 6 all day.
I am a diehard Curse of Michael Myers fan, and to most people, that is as bad as it gets, or to some people, I should say. You know, there's also Rob Zombie's,
and that's fine because Paul Rudd is in it. He's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I loved his take on Tommy Doyle. So, you know, it's just, those are my opinions. They're not right. They're often wrong. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you I'm always wrong. So,
no, but with Halloween Curse, I'm like, you're completely right. It's grown on me so much over the last several years.
Oh, I just love it. Everything about it. The atmosphere is beautiful. It feels like fall. It feels like Halloween. Michael, the biggest thing is you have to get Michael right. And that movie gets Michael right. I get it. Yes, it's jacked up. It wasn't their decision to do the Cult of Thorn thing, but they just had to pick up where the previous 2 movies left off. There were some unanswered questions that even the director of 5 didn't even know what the meaning or significance of the Man in Black was. So there was a lot of weird stuff that happened. And given the circumstances, it's my most rented movie besides Scream 96. Curse of Michael Myers. Those are my two most rented movies as a kid, just on rewatch. Conrad says 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. That's his ranking. I think a lot of people are. I've seen a few of those now.
I think for me, a lot of like rentable things for me was like Stephen King movies.
Yeah, it was as much as that movie tortured me.
Yes,
I was a glutton for punishment
good
as a
torture.
Kid. Yep, and I watched it so many times. Yeah,
my most rented movie as like, I don't want to say a child, but as like a young person. So some context. My best friend, like growing up, her mom worked at the convenience store and they still rented like VHSs and DVDs.
Oh yeah.
So as long as we brought it back the same day, we could just take them. So we would just burn through movies. But I would say at least once a week, I watched a movie called House of the Dead. And it's so bad.
That sounds very familiar.
It's
and I'm
based on a
blank
video
on it.
game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They go to this rave on this island and zombies.
and
it's just,
zombies.
I like how she's just like, and it's zombies.
Yeah.
There's no explanation. They show up, the rave's abandoned, zombies. It does not hold up whatsoever. But I just remember loving it. Like 12-year-old me was like, yes.
Right? It just got you. It got you. That's good.
And then Final Destination for me. I watched that movie over and over and over. I think I know it by heart by now.
You know what was another one that I rented a lot was it is a Devon Sawa movie. It was not Final Destination. It was Idle Hands.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
I love that movie so much. I love Idle Hands. That would be a fun watch along for if.
Well, I didn't think you were going to say Little Giants or Casper.
Oh, dude!
So.
I thought he was going to say Disappearance.
One, I am a huge football. Football was my life prior to. I had a very, very devastating knee injury during a football game that ended my career. But no, football is like my everything. Like I have trophies and helmets and stuff all over here that's off screen. That's like my football side. No, Little Giants, man, I love that movie.
Well, then hopefully you saw my top 10 football film video then.
No, I didn't. Would you drop a link to it, please, so I can watch it?
Yes.
I would like to watch that, and draft day better be in there.
No. But if you watch the video, if you watch the countdown, though, I think you'll appreciate why I chose what I chose.
Okay. So Polar says that Jeepers Creepers Reborn is on Hulu. I think, you know what? I think that's where I saw it. I think that's where I saw it. I don't know. It was very, very it was very forgetful for me, the experience. But I think that's right. Dino said that he thinks that 6 will be his number 3 spot after this movie. It's got all the makings for it to, even for me to, like, I'm leaving the 2 spot open. It's like the New York setting. It's got all the makings for it to be there in the 2 or 3 spot, but we'll have to see. We will have to see.
My only thing is, because of these leaks, if they didn't change anything up, I'm sorry, 6 is going to be at the bottom of that list. Because you had a chance to try and, if what they're saying they film multiple endings is true, you better swap it up. If it's the same thing and people start going on that they didn't change anything, you messed up and it has to be the bottom to me, because you can't have it being the same thing when you're trying to say keep spoilers alone now, but don't say anything.
Yeah.
If it's the same thing, I'm sorry. You lost my respect at that point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to fault the movie for assholes.
It's hard because it's clouded judgment, because I've been avoiding it, but then everybody's going to be like, see, we told you. And
right.
It's just going to really cloud that movie.
No, I hear you. I'm seeing Scream 6 March 10th at noon. So you don't have to worry about an annoying audience. Yeah.
Me
You know
too.
what? I was gonna say that's probably the best move is to get there like midday. You don't got to deal with all the other nonsense that's going on. But
Yeah.
I know she did too, but I also booked the day off, so I could
Oh,
go
nice.
at like the noon screening.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't care what time I go when my mother gets here, as long as we're there and I can get a seat and I can try to avoid everybody that would be annoying.
Right? Yeah. Conrad said fans of Curse of Michael Myers are actually coming around. It's pretty cool to see. I agree. I love it, man. I could talk that movie all freaking day long. I just there's so much. It was like the perfect part of my when the horror movie like experience was taking off for me when I saw it. It actually came out on my 9th birthday too. So there's that. But yeah, it's like that movie is very, very special to me. A lot of love. I need to get the Curse of Michael DVD. I have a sealed VHS copy, Michael. I will not open it. I actually have all the Halloweens on VHS sealed. At least that came out during the VHS era. That is my franchise, as flawed as some of the sequels are. Scream 6 will not feel like fall. Prepare yourself for that mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I living in Jersey, man, I've seen some weird things where leaves don't change color until December. So to me, it would still feel like fall, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Cherry
not
Falls.
what they do in New York, though.
What's that, Carey? I'm
I
sorry.
said that's not what it do in New York, though.
Well, yeah. What is it like in New York during that time of year? I've never been.
You have to keep in mind that the area that I am by the lake, so we call it the lake effect. So it is in fact colder and it is more unpredictable here. Like it could be snowing 1 minute and then it could be like 60, 70 degrees the next minute, and then it could be rainy the next minute. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Because of the weird weather here. I mean, that's why I said to me it would still feel like fall, because here for the last couple of years it's still like 80 degrees into December. It's just weird, and I'm right off the coast. The ocean gets cold, but yet it's still hot. It makes no sense.
No.
Curse of the ambiance is undeniable. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of Halloween 6 love. You guys are in the perfect spot for Halloween 6. If you love Halloween 6, we should all do a special stream for it. Everybody that loves it, and we can just ramble about it for forever. Idle Hands, yes.
We need to get him a Paul Rudd Barbie doll.
Wait, what?
I'll get you a little Paul Rudd Barbie doll.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I would put that right here next to me. I just have his head tilted a little bit like he does right when he's smashing the door with the fire extinguisher, and he goes.
He just looks so confused when he does that.
Yeah.
It's so weird going back and seeing young Paul Rudd compared to today.
Oh, well, I remember him from Clueless, so...
Yeah.
I swear to God, it doesn't look... Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't look like he's aged a bit. It's like he's been... Like he bathes in formaldehyde or something. Like he's just ageless. It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's it. In the next Scream trilogy, he's got to be the final guy because he's never going to age.
Right?
You got to bring him in.
Well,
and Conrad, I love the butterfly effect, by the way.
Yes.
Sorry, I got excited about that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I clicked on it. I saw butterfly effect. I'm like, you know what? That was a shocker because Ashton Kutcher was really just that 70s show and punked. And then that movie came out and was like, whoa, he's actually playing like, and I think Dude, Where's My Car? I think that was before butterfly effect too. So that was definitely a change of pace for him, for sure. What's up, Blake? Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Glad to have you here. This was a good stream. Well, stick around because we're gonna give that away right now. Let me send you guys in the private chat the what I was thinking for the question, and you guys tell me if you think this is a good one. So we'll get to that, and I don't know if you guys have timelines that you guys got to get out of here. We don't have to go for much longer, but okay, you guys tell me what you think. Yay or nay? And if it's nay, then I'll just figure something else out.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So Philip hasn't seen Scream 5, and but he knows what happens in it. Okay, you should still watch it, even though you know what happens. It's at least to form your own opinion. Polar's got to go. Well, Polar, if you want to stick around, I'm gonna put this in the chat here really quick. Mr. Bones is here just in time to potentially win a Rambo Steelbook. So we are going to see who comes up with the first answer. And knowing the way this went last week, it's probably going to be Dino. But here we go. And 3, 2, 1. You guys let me know who the first one to answer is. Oh, I didn't even ask you guys. Do you guys know the answer?
No, yes.
Oh, it's Bob. Bob.
Mr. Bones.
Hey, Mr. Bones.
Oh, Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones, I just sent you something today. It looks like I'm going to be sending you this First Blood Steelbook.
Bones
buddy.
and Bones got it.
At least I have his address, so we don't have to do the social media tracking each other down thing. So yeah, dude, it was The Exorcist. That was.
You know what's hilarious though? Anthony said the same thing that I said.
Yeah, but a lot of people confuse that because Silence of the Lambs was the first to win one, but it wasn't the first to be nominated. So I think that's what you got confused by.
It's like the trick question in the opening of Scream 96.
Well, then I would have been a goner.
Exactly. Got to pay attention to the little details, the fine print. So, Mr. Bones, I will ship that out to you tomorrow or Monday. Just depends on how busy I am. But yeah, man, congratulations. This is yours. Steelbook, First Blood. It's a great flick. And for those of you that, because we're going to wrap up, we won't go too much longer. Next week, I will be giving away. So be here for Scream 3 watch along because I'm doing the Friday the 13th Steelbook. Final chapter. Well, not my favorite, but I think the best one in the franchise. So yeah, man. Mr. Bones, congratulations. That was faster than I thought we would get an answer. I thought that one was going to take a little bit longer. But I think his was the first. Yeah, his was on my chat was the first guess.
Yeah.
So that's freaking awesome, man. The Exorcist, have you guys are you guys too afraid to watch that movie or have you guys watched it?
I've seen it.
I've seen it.
The Exorcist, have you seen it? Carey?
Does the bear shit in the woods?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't go bear hunting, so I don't know.
Carey, my personal favorite one is a crab's ass watertight.
Yeah, you know what? I've heard that, but it was a frog's ass. It was a frog's ass waterproof or something like. Yeah, I've heard that one.
I love those. I say them all the time. Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?
I've never heard that one.
We're learning so many things.
Do snakes kiss carefully? Like I could go on.
That's actually really cute.
You could do a stream of just funny little quips.
Yeah, just do shorts. Do Sarah's shorts.
Sarah's shorts.
That sounds funny, but you know what I mean.
We have literally planned your whole YouTube career
Sarah's satirical
on
shorts.
this one stream.
I was
Yep.
like, I have options now, apparently. God bless. Denisha was like putting a link to my channel in the chat. I was like, I don't have any videos.
It's okay.
It was just the link to my account.
That's
like,
all
bless
right.
you.
You know what? Get a head start on subscribers, and then once you start putting the content out, it's already all there for you. Lisa says,
Lisa.
Carey, only in Western New York when the snow flies after a 60-degree morning.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's how it is?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
But The Exorcist is a classic. I mean, come on, it's Linda Blair.
Yeah. Philip, the Scream 5 watch party, I can give you the specific date. Let me see. I just got to go find my channel or my little live stream area of my channel. But it's going to be the week leading up to Scream 6. So it's scheduled for March 9th. And it says 7 p.m., but we're going to do it at 5 p.m. Pacific, so it'll be 8 p.m. Eastern time for all of my lovely panel that lives on the East Coast. I'm the only West Coaster here. So it'll be March 9th, but that may change. So I'm going to do updates on social media if you follow me on there. And if not, just click the notification bell on my channel and you'll get notified when it's going to come down. So hopefully you can get your hands on a copy of it. I know I saw a bunch at the Best Buy where I live, and I think they were like less than $20 for like a decent quality copy. So for like a Blu-ray copy, it was like $20 or $19.99 or something. So yeah, so it'll be on the 9th as of now, but if plans change, then or something changes, we'll keep you guys updated. That's really all I got today. Does anybody have anything they want to promote before we kind of wrap things up? No new projects, no new videos coming out, Carey or Bob? Nothing you guys want to
I'm just playing around with shorts.
I mean, barring on the weather, I might do a review of the Illumination Chamber tomorrow, but that's barring on the weather.
Yeah. What do you mean by is it like if the weather jacks up your reception kind of thing?
Yeah, like if it's bad, I'm not going to be able to do a live reaction or even live review of it.
Oh, okay. Well, if you guys aren't subscribed to Carey or Bob, or just subscribe to Sarah because she's got a whole bunch of stuff she's going to be able to do here in the near future, check out their channels. They're in the description below. Please subscribe to them. And what I just recently learned from Patrick at Have Cheetah Will View is that you need to at least watch 3 to 5 minutes of a video and leave a meaningful comment on that. Otherwise, YouTube takes the liberty of just unsubscribing you to people's channels, which I think is bullshit. But then again, I learned it myself with some of the people, not you guys, but some of the people that I was subscribed to. And I'm like, why do I have to subscribe again? I was already doing it, but apparently YouTube thought I wasn't watching their stuff enough. So just do me a favor. I appreciate, number one, everybody being here, all the nice comments in the chat, all the thumbs up, all the love, sharing, everything like that. Just so grateful for all of you guys. But please, please, please check out their channels because you guys will not be disappointed. I promise you that. And like I said, for next week, we're going to be doing the Scream 3 watch along. And I will be giving away that Friday the 13th disc. Maybe if I can, between now and then, if I could get closer to like 550 or something, I'll do like another special giveaway like I did last week where I just started tossing whatever I could find near me. I'll just do that. So yeah, other than that, that's kind of it for me. Sarah, are you going to be on anybody else's channel, or Carey or Bob, this weekend that you guys want to let people know where they can find you?
I'm not doing anything this weekend, but I'll be on Craven's Scream 3 watch party on Wednesday.
When is that? This upcoming Wednesday.
Yeah, this upcoming Wednesday. I think it is 9:30 Central Time. I know it's 11:30 for me.
Okay.
Well, he'll say 9:15, but it'll be 9:30.
Yeah.
We're 10:30.
Yeah. What about you, Carey?
I most likely will be on that panel as well. We
Very
shall
good.
see.
So you guys are just double dipping every week. I am.
Yeah.
You guys are troopers.
Yeah, I don't know about doing that for Scream 4.
Well,
There's only
you know
one
what?
I'm double dipping, and that's 5.
There you go. There you go. Well, you know what? If you can or can't make it, you guys will stay in touch. But you know, you're always welcome on my channel. Bob, our streak still stands, buddy.
Yes,
You and
it
me
does.
have not missed a live stream together, and that is amazing. So thank you guys so much.
Bromance.
Thanks. Yes, a bromance
Romance at
for
its
sure.
best.
It's been a budding thing over the course of this last year. We've got this relationship like Maverick and Goose, and like I said, I'm just
or like Kane and the Hurricane.
There you go. There you go. That's what let's see. Yeah, okay, Val, I was reading that as you were talking about. It's stupid. I hate that they do that. If I want to give somebody my vote of confidence by subbing to their channel, I don't appreciate them taking the liberty of doing that, unsubbing them for me. So your buddy had an awesome time. So good, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you, David. Glad to have you.
And thank
buddy.
you for subbing, David.
Oh, good.
Because he subbed to my channel. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Well,
got to get him to watch Scream 3 next week.
Yeah, come on back, David. I promise. I love that movie. It's a lot of fun. So you'll have a good time. I promise. But I want to thank you guys for being here. Just remember, we don't say goodbye here. We just say we'll see you next time.